Welcome. I'm so glad you have interest in this program on the foundations of spiritual living. My name is Eric from Wisdom Heart, and Davy and I help spiritually aware people integrate the deepest meditative awareness into their daily life. We've been walking this path together for over 45 years. We've lived it in our relationship with our family, in our creative and our business work. It's a full life, and that's the focus of this program, a full and integrated life. But it wasn't always this way for us, and I know for many of us, our life is fragmented. We've had this glimpse, all of us, we've had this glimpse. You wouldn't be listening if you hadn't had this glimpse of what it means to be awake, to be free, to experience the undefended heart. But there's a gap, typically, between this glimpse, between this vision, and the reality of our daily lives. For while we've been touched, and while we've tasted, while we've felt the beauty of the undefended heart, of the awakened state, that tends to become lost. It tends to become fragmented and diluted when we encounter the demands, the pressures, even the drama of our daily lives. And this means it shows up as conflicts in our relationships, struggles in our work, our financial life. But there is a way. There is a way to bring the fullness of awakening into the very cells of our body, the petals of our mind, and all the experiences of our daily life. Not to run away from the world into meditation, into the bliss of being, but rather to bring that bliss down and to truly embody it and express it in the way that we live. Now, our lineage is a householder lineage, not a monastic lineage, which means that the men and the women of this lineage have for generations shown in their daily lives the possibility of the deepest, the fullest awakening integrated into a complete human experience. And I believe this is crucial at this time in our history as human beings on this planet, that we need this integration. To separate our spiritual life from our everyday life is not only fragmenting and unfulfilling personally, it is truly dangerous to our culture and to our world. So this integration, this awakening, this embodied awakening, it all begins by digging deep into the foundations of spiritual living. When I was growing up in New York City, now almost 60 years ago, my father used to walk me to school. And we would walk past a building site. Now, in those days, they would have the plywood surrounding the block, but there'd be little peepholes, and some of them they would cut at the height of young children, and others would be cut at adult height. And always when we walked by, we would stop, and I would eagerly look through the peephole. And what I would see would be bulldozers, amazing, digging and moving dirt, and trucks piled with dirt, dragging them away. And this went on day after day and week after week. And I asked my father, when are they going to start building the building? And he explained to me that to build such a high building, the most essential, the most critical part was to dig deep into the earth and to create these strong concrete and steel foundations. And he assured me that once the foundation was set, you're going to be able to see the building go up really, really quickly. And it's the same for us in our spiritual life. It's easy to go seeking the concept of awakening and to look for the extraordinary experience, whether it's in a workshop or in a retreat or in an online program. But an experience tends to evaporate. We need to dig deep and build the foundation so that truly the structure of our spiritual life is strong, stable, and profoundly integrated. That's what we're going to focus on in the foundation of spiritual living. So if you feel called to bridge the gap between your vision of spirituality and your experience of everyday life, if you are longing to collapse the difference between the deepest meditative experience of silence and the activities of your daily life, so they are infused with radiance, I invite you to join in this program and in this ongoing conversation about the foundations of spiritual living. We're going to deal with the nitty-gritty: food, money, family, relationships, communications, and of course, the meditative practice of arising in every present moment as the radiance that you truly are. This is part of the Wisdom Heart community. It's a group of people from around the world who are committed to realizing, embodying, and expressing the deepest wisdom, the undefended love in their daily lives. As part of this program, you receive weekly teachings, meditations, both in video, audio, and text, and you're invited to a monthly live call where you and I can interact and we can explore together how to tailor the wisdom so that it begins to inform and infuse the unique situation of your life. Because that's what this is about, your awakening life. I hope you'll join us.